Hey guys, just checking in. I wanted to hop on here. I am driving, so that will not affect my video, but little girl is in the back asleep, so I'm going to try to make this video while she's sleeping, while we're in the car driving. But I know I make these little short videos, and they're just to let you know, hey, I'm still here, hey, I'm still doing them, but sometimes I just want to be different. And I had a comment that, why don't I am I still making the stepmom videos about topics? And I said yes, I just haven't done one in a little while because of life, and it's a little hectic right now, and I'm tired. I've got 2 kids, and it's just not really been a lot of downtime, so I can make a video, I can film, I can edit, stuff like that. So I can't make any content with 2 kids screaming in the background. So I have not had time to do a video with a topic. So, but here's the thing, is I saw something on Facebook, I think. It might have been Instagram, but Facebook. And I follow this page that is for stepmoms only. And with me being a bio mom, also, I kind of have input on the other side of things too, not just the stepmom. So it makes it a little less stressful to comment, to not be judged, because I am on both sides of it. Not that I take up more for the bio mom, but I understand it more because I'm a bio mom. And so I just have to be not really unbiased, but I just have to be careful. So the topic is on Facebook was that it was a question, and it was put out there to all of us. And it was, and I'm trying to get out of this traffic, so just bear with me. It was put out there as a question to a stepmom, excuse me, perspective. And it was, does your in-laws favor the other grandchildren versus your children? Question mark. So I was like, I have some knowledge in this area, because my children experience this all the time. So I commented, and I got a lot of good feedback. So I'm just going to put my feedback out there to you guys. Comment if you want. Positivity is always accepted. Negativity is not going to be tolerated. So I'm just going to throw that out there. So I commented, and I said, yes, it is hurtful that my children do not get the same kind of attention or respect or love that the stepkids do. They all come from my husband, so I don't understand what the difference is. They're all my husband's kids, just different mothers. And I said to the lady that was, on there seeking advice and positive stuff, and I said, well, from a stepmom point, my in-laws are doing me a favor in the long run, actually. They're doing me a favor in the long run. And I said, also, they are showing and proving to me as their mother that they are showing their true colors. As in, I do not want that around my children. I don't want them a part of that environment. I do not want them a part of that family, and they are better off without them in their life as far as an influence in the environment. I said, so I'm not really sad about it. I said, yes, they're young. They don't really know any better. I said, so it's really sad that they are going to miss out on two pretty great kids. They're babies. I mean, they're 3 and 8 months old. I said, so they don't really know. They don't really care. And they don't know any different. But I'm here to tell you that they are doing me a favor in the long run. That's what I said. Yes, it sucks now because they highly favor those other kids. And I don't know why, because they don't do anything great. They don't do anything respectful or responsible. So I don't know really what's so great about them. But my husband's family puts them up on a pedestal, worships the ground they walk on, believes everything they say. And trust me, they spout bullshit on the daily. And they just love the stepkids. And my children, they don't call, they don't text, they don't FaceTime, they don't come visit, they don't ask to come visit, they don't do nothing. They don't do anything. But maybe show up for a birthday party, their birthday. Maybe. Yeah. So really it sucks now because as their mom, it hurts my feelings that they are treated differently just because they come from me. And I don't know what's so bad about that, but apparently it's like bad. But in the long run, it's okay, Mama. That's what I said to the lady. I said, it's okay, Mama. It matters to you now, but in the long run, they're actually doing you a pretty good favor by not wanting to be an influence on your children or even care, because that way you don't have to fight that. Because see, I don't have to fight. Like, my in-laws don't give a shit about me or my children. So I don't have to worry about the fighting of, you have to split time between both sets of parents, and you have to split time between each grandparent and aunt and uncle, cousins, and all that bullshit. No, I don't have to do any of that. No, my family is important. My family are the ones that show up, are wanted, needed. They're the community, the village that it takes to raise a child or multiples. They show up. They're at every game, at every practice, at every show, every whatever your kids do. Like, those are the type of grandparents that you want your kid to have. Mine, they show up to my nephew's practices, my nephew's ball games. When my son gets enrolled into T-ball next year, they're going to be at every game, every practice, everything. When she gets up and old enough to figure out what she wants to do, whether it be dance, gymnastics, both, whatever, they'll be at everything. Because those are the type of parents that I have. That's the type of village I have helping me raise my children. And you want that. You want that positive reinforcement. You want that positive energy, that positive, that way of thinking. And that they love them for them. They don't love them because they just come from me. They don't dislike them because they come from my husband. They love them because it's family. And yes, don't come at me with, just because you're family doesn't mean that you have to be included. No, yeah, I agree with that. They don't have to be. Family doesn't mean you get a free pass. But if you make an effort and it's genuine and it's kind and they want to be there, then by all means, excuse me, come join us. I'm cool with that. But don't show up with negative energy, negative way of thinking, jealousy, bad behavior, all that bullshit. I don't want that around my kids. So they're really doing me a favor by not giving a shit about me or my children, because I don't have to worry about that fight. I have my parents, I have my sister, I have my brother-in-law, I've got my nephews, I've got my grandparents, they have great-grandparents. I mean, I've got enough people surrounded that I don't need them. Nor do I want that around my kids. They're young, they don't know any better, but still, if they are willing to make a difference in their life when they're little, they're definitely going to make a difference in their life when they're big. So I'm here to tell you, mamas, don't give up. Be okay with it. I know it may hurt. I know it will hurt your feelings as a mom because your kids are being treated differently just because they come from you. But in the long run, it's not a bad thing. I say thank you. Thank you for making a difference because it'll all come out in the wash. They'll grow up and they'll understand, and they'll be okay with it too because it's a mature adult thing. So don't be mad, mamas. Just keep your head up and everything will be okay. But I am home now, and I hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday, and I will be making more videos. Please keep subscribing. I appreciate it. Bye.